I can't go live anymore. I hope somebody could give me a heads up about this YouTube that you got to have 1,000 subscribers. So they're making it difficult to me. It says on top here, beware of beware the 13th, for there are two answers. Now, looking at the eyes of the 13th angel, I've told you about it. Jehovah told me a story. The other God offered me a deal to give up the 13th angel, Son of Man. Now, here, these rocks, this is the last stone on earth, Easter Island. These are to show who you are. You're a living being, a human being. See the man, the 13th one, the box on top of his head, two answers. That's the black cube what the Muslims all go around. Like the Matrix. You guys know it as the Matrix. Okay? You guys know it as the Matrix. So there was that about that. Why I am saying these sort of things like that, because I know it's things I say is like how I've met these gods and stuff like that, and going out. Even one took me another place and everything like that. I come across this video that's going to verify it, but I got my warrant done the other day, and the Muslim man, he's seen my name, like how I said I changed it and everything like that. He's seen my name and he goes, "That's a Muslim name," and then he's telling me things. He told me about each different religion and that, and then he said about Muhammad. And I can, but each of them it was so particular. But I'll put it about that to show you the other answers, because I'm not discrediting them at all. One third of them, like how I said, I've been there. They're hoping, they're praying. Well, maybe he could be. And then I showed you the East Island of why, WHY. You guys would wonder, why would they put statues of men in stone? Because of this Matrix world and all. They make you to believe this other thing, these ones, blah blah. Some call them Palladians or this and that, and this guy's got all this UFO things. But this video, what he's explaining, what I'm helping it to explain to you, because it's like in the story of Muhammad, because he was telling me about Muhammad, and he got taken in this place and this place, and they don't know how he could move so fast from there to there and know these things. But he did a great thing. He broke down them from all the heaps of different idols to just a square box anyway, okay? So there must have been heaps that divided of the Arab people, Muslim people back then. The Muslim people back then, because they don't understand. When I swam with the dolphins, I know how great Allah is. The power of that word. It goes with, okay, what I'm explaining to you. When I say that, you just go, Now everything is a name. Everything is a vibration. This is what Jesus told me about. Everything is a vibration of sound. It's a density. So something in the lower, that's a solid rock. The what? The stone? The stone, what you can see those men's stone? There's a density. Everything is live. Everything is living. Because if it's matter, it's a part. It's a life force. If it's matter, it's just different tendencies. Because I'm meditating this and that, and things just disappear and turn into other things, and because it's your vibration when you know it's from a high state of. So when I'm saying like the name Allah, ALLAH, you notice every one of those letters written doesn't go past M. So you're on, okay, just from M above, just look at it from you guys' simple context of what's programmed into you. Okay, above M is heaven, below M is hell. So you want the higher vibration, you go with the name, the higher name. All that, then you'll start seeing like how some names like Buddha's got a U in it, but all the other letters are high. You see? Okay. Now, Yahweh, bang, starts with way down low. Okay. In the realm of hell, but don't give me. What's programmed into you is where you just got it wrong. Is you got to see the teachings of Buddha. Okay. That there is good and bad. They both exist. So then see it as your behavior. Of your behavior in hell. Because there is a behavior in heaven. But that's how things fell apart. Because there was a rotten apple suddenly appeared in this place called heaven. But you won't, like I've told you in the past, there'll always be the rotten apple. It's just the way it is. Some things just, it's all to do with what's happening. And the line, it was once straight, now it's a snake that ate, and it eats itself up. Okay, I was gonna. I'll just quickly show you this other clip of it. I'd really like you to watch this video. Everybody's sort of like, oh, so, and just throwing about the murderer who stole killed 50 these 50 people's lives in New Zealand. Remember, I've already told you, we're spiritual and mental beings. Nobody really dies. The 13th one there with the rock, that's the cube. Throwing it to you simply like the Matrix world. So it's all friendship politics. What's going on when you see about these wars with like Russia moving into here and America doing this and that. It's all friendship politics, guys. Remember that. Somebody's just coming, so I better just yeah, so with my channel not being live anymore, and I can't work these cameras, but I'm just getting some little, I'm putting some savings away each time, and I'm going to get some things together, but it's just the way I am. I just take, oh yes, with that guy, I said he went and bought a car, the shooter in Christchurch, because I've already been warned about these sort of things. That would have been to discredit me as thy son of man, thy 13th angel. But there's a third of those Jewish people in there who are hoping, they're praying, okay? that it may be. I'm just throwing that out. Because I know I went. It's hard to explain about this white room. It's like that cube what all those Muslims are going around praying on. I went inside there, okay? I have this thing that opens up. I see other worlds and this and that. I see lies. I see this, and I let lies play out even in front of me. But I all just act so gullible and aloof and this and that. And I even let them piss on me. I was afraid out because I know this is going everywhere, and that they spirits who were pissing on me, well, they'll know now that, hey, that guy, we can bash him, we can pull we can cut one of his wings off, we can do this to him, but still he just keeps going. He'll take all persecution. So what's this video I'm trying to show you? I really like you to have a read of it. Anybody into aliens and this and that? This guy is like, he even talks about MUFON and that, and how they're corrupt. So many of these agencies, you think that they're right and all that, but they're so corrupt. Because I'm not allowed to say this word, it gets cut out of my videos all the time. If not, unless they're throwing the word in. I got this.
In the middle of India in 1964. He says, as a military investigator, I asked myself one question to start with. Where did this guy get 80 UFO photos? Didn't get them from UFOs or us in here.
If you're into UFOs and that, guys, you really want to check this guy out, because he's more straight up than any one of them I've come across, and he even talks about how UFON is he's beautiful. It'll just be one more minute. I just wanted to show this one, but where was it? Because it's just I'm not allowed to say these things. My channel gets edited out if I say these things. Somewhere around here.
Nordics, blue avians. Thank you, Corey Good, for that bit of BS. Tall whites, whatever. It's a product of disinformation from secret military, as it says here. It's very different from the actual, real negative ETs that had been on the planet for thousands of years and were taken off in 1978 by the Pleiadians. So we're told. I can't prove it, but it's all detailed in the case if you want something interesting. Because you see, these extraterrestrials had a base underneath the Great Pyramid. Now, if anybody remembers Edgar Cayce, we remember that Cayce said there's a spaceship under the Great Pyramid, and there's these chambers under the Sphinx and the rest of it. Well, underneath the pyramids at Giza, these ETs, who were like a splinter group from the core origin group that were the Pleiadians, they were working down there for thousands of years. They even had some in their, let's say, their whole coterie there that represented themselves as the gods of our religions. One of the members of that group that is known as the Bafat, like the Pleiadians, was known as Jehovah. Oh, goodness gracious. Our loving God of mercy and all the rest? No. The terroristic madman. Now, when I first started reading this stuff, I thought, oh my gosh, these Pleiadian people, Pleiadians is what they were called at the time I found this stuff. Maybe they're Nazis from outer space. They're talking about how evil Jehovah was and how, the real bad history from the Old Testament, it isn't what we think. So I cracked open the Old Testament. I started reading this stuff and going, oh my gosh, this guy's a terrorist from outer space, genocidal maniac. How did this provoked a lot of shifts in my consciousness, because I was being confronted with stuff that was completely different. it was boggling me about, well, the truth is often very harsh.
Okay, guys,
Yes.
I got to stop that. But just
Well,
pass that
first
on.
of all,
Oh, what's the
it's a
video
lot of
called?
very
Before you have a look at it.
heavy information, very interesting, powerful
There's the name. There's the
perspectives.
name of
We'll
it.
say they're very strong
Okay.
perspectives. Some of what you're saying, I have reference to, so I want to
Is it
share
still
that.
running?
Some of it,
Yep.
I feel like I would, have a different